All right. Welcome to episode 5. Watchers of Theron in the house. See picture the PCs?
Yeah.
There's Mirik all the way on the left. And then Eric Thorngage, Joe, and Mirth. And now they're being removed. So when we last left off, you guys were out to sea. You just fought a couple red dragons. As you can see, I gave you some new icons since we last played for character tokens, rather.
Mine doesn't say Mage Tastic anymore.
No, it doesn't. You are now actually Mirik. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's another guy on the ship named Faisal. Come here, Faisal. Let me drag you out. If it'll let me. Oh, apparently he's broken or something. No, there he is. Okay.
Faisal just looks evil.
There's Faisal.
Look
He's
at
a
the villain
warlock.
from Legend of the Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he is still directing the crew of the ship where to go, and pretty much just pointing towards where he thinks Magister Edwin is, which right now happens to be pretty much the direction you are facing. And it seems everything's calmed down after that fierce battle with a couple small red dragons. And it's pretty much back to normal. They cleaned up. There's 2 red dragon corpses on the ship deck. So you can do with them as you please. If you want to take scales or throw them over or whatever you want to do.
Well,
Yeah, I hunt and I gather and I get skins. I'm gonna go ahead and grab off anything that I can off of them, scales wise.
can we loot them?
One
Is
of them
that-
will drop some
maybe
silver
some
teeth. Some teeth
horns and
busted out its
claws.
mouth.
That's
Yeah,
right.
You can go for some claws. They seem to have scales. As far as you know, you're going to be on this ship for quite a few more days, so there's no rush.
So we could cook dragon.
That's what I was just thinking, actually, was can we preserve some of the meat we have that may be cured and eat dragon meat?
You can try. None of you have ever eaten dragon before.
I imagine it tastes like chicken.
So we're having like a dragon meal on the dragon mirror. Is that how this is going?
Yes.
Sorry I missed that fight, by the way, guys. I was really tired, and
You need to drink less.
I conked out.
I think the one time when you actually started puking and you shapeshifted into a bear and continued puking, like, I'm gonna be honest, man, I've seen some pretty messed up stuff in my day, but that was pretty awesome.
And time begins to pass. The ship sails on and on. The next day proves to be pretty dreary weather. And anything you guys want to do on any of these particular days, just say it out, interrupt me, whatever you want to do.
Cook dragon.
Cook dragon. You're really cooking dragon. They do have a cook aboard, and he is pretty used to pretty much frying up anything. So if you can get it sliced up, he's willing to give it a wing.
I'm gonna slice up some dragon.
Like dragon on a stick now? Is that what we're doing? Like fair food?
Yeah.
A Renaissance fair.
Well, let's determine how well the cook does. He does decent. He burns it the first time, then he starts getting it right. Let's replace any roll I can see with one of those.
It
You
pretty
gonna
much does.
replace his cooking roll?
Yes. With the 15.
With a 15?
Yep.
That's how it works.
Let's see. Starting at second level. I don't know how to type it in. I guess I'll have it as a reference.
Is it a once per day thing?
Twice per day, technically, because there are 2 dice.
Pretty cool. Dragon snacks. So, all right. Well, if you use that on him as he's cooking and divine him into proper cooking methods, like less salt, less heat, more heat, he fries up some nice dragon jerky.
Awesome.
And it is plenty for everybody. All the rest of the crewmates eat. And night passes and you guys sail through the night.
Ooh, good.
The next day is pretty sunny. Nothing too eventful is happening. The sea seems rather calm. Nothing is in sight. Oh, I lost connection to something.
I'm getting weird noise from everybody. Is that happening,
Okay.
or is that just me?
I'm
Oh.
getting it too.
Is it my mic that picks up everything?
It's stopped.
Is this?
Yes.
Yes.
So what's happening? Sorry. I need a better mic. I will have to buy one.
I'm going to have to send you a mic, Heath.
I would have bought one already, but I didn't have time.
I see.
Apparently, I have to choose to use one of these rolls before the roll is made.
Fair enough. We'll say you used it. It's fine.
All
You
right.
So
got
it's
deer
like
jerky.
luck.
Deer jerky. Dragon jerky.
I think. Yeah, kind of like luck. Makes
Dragon
sense.
jerky. We lost someone. We lost Mirth. There he is. Okay.
2 new ones. Yes, one is awesome. It's so good. I can make someone really fail at stuff. All right.
So that's per day, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's when you finish a long rest.
Okay. Well, you get to finish another long rest as another day passes.
Mhm.
And you hear one of the crew guys that's way up on the hawk's nest up top. You hear him say, "We're approaching the neck," and he seems to be looking forward. And one of them says, "Raise the Jolly Roger." And they begin to put their flag up, which is a flag of House Clarist. Their flag is like I don't have a picture of it, so I have to imagine
It's a donut.
It's a donut, yeah. It's basically this gemstone with 2 flutes that are crossbones. So rather than a skull and crossbones, it's a gem and flutes.
Flute snacks.
Yeah. And that's the symbol of House Clarist.
All right.
We seem to have lost the mirth again.
House clarinet.
Mhm.
All right. Let's get moving to some action. Been on this boat for too long.
Yeah, you guys are getting pretty bored. You're just snacking on red dragon jerky.
Yum.
The sea is treating you pretty well. There were a couple dreary days, couple rainy days, but nothing too out of the ordinary. You've seen some dolphins along the way. Not much else too out of the ordinary. And as you approach the area called the Neck here, you basically see a port city to the north on land, and to the south you also see one, but it's further in the distance. And there are some ships that are kind of floating in the middle of the Neck area, rather large ships. And the pirates here, not pirates, but the crew of the ship seemed to know that they need to stop and check in with him, as they're some kind of border guards. And so you approach these other two large ships. They don't really look like military ships, but they do have some armed men aboard. And they hail you guys to stop. And people seem to oblige. And they basically do a quick check of, well, they line up to your boat. They lower down the gangplank. And a couple of the leadermen, the captain, and some guy in leather that looks like he's of rather high standing as far as the guards go. They basically have some conversation back and forth.
While they're talking, I'm going to whisper over to Mirth. You know, it would be a really good gesture of friendship to share some of our dragon jerky with them. And maybe also to tell them that we're eating dragon jerky because we just killed some dragons. What's up?
I'll go take him some.
All right. Make a diplomacy check. You get advantage. And yeah, what are you saying exactly?
Hey guys, want some jerky? We got some dragon jerky. We've been making dragon jerky because we killed a bunch of dragons. What you guys doing? You hungry? Who's hungry? Who wants some? I got dragon jerky.
They all look at each other, and one of them reluctantly steps forward and says, I'll try some dragon jerky? Never had dragon jerky.
What am I rolling? Persuasion? There is no diplomacy.
Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
Pew.
Oh, I thought Mir's roll was your roll. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a crit.
Yeah, that's amazing.
They're
love
pretty
the
excited.
idea. The first one tries it. He nods like, yeah, this is not bad. And a bunch of others just start joining in and saying, yeah, let me try it. Before you know it, pretty much every guard on that boat, and even some of the pirate mates, are like passing around this big hunk of jerky you gave them. They seem to really like it, like you guys. And before long, they say, all right, mates of House Clarist, you may pass into Symbia. Be aware that we no longer have any power in this land. And as he says that, you kind of notice him. He has a symbol of what looks like Cormier. So these seem to be Cormier guards. And they're basically telling you that you are on the border of a new continent. Not continent, but country.
Hey, Merrick, can you mute your mic until you need to talk?
How do I do it?
Just
your character
mute,
portrait.
click your face.
Yeah, hover over your portrait and it's the top right little thing.
All right. You guys hear like
Thank
everything I do?
Yeah.
It's just really
It's-
bassy, and like I think it probably just drowns out everything else.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear, Matt.
So like, can you hear it now?
No,
Awesome.
I don't hear it.
I will strive to not move. And if I move, I'll press the button.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you guys cross into Symbia.
Before we part with them, I'd
Yeah.
like to ask about, okay, so what can you tell us? This is a new continent. Who's in charge here? You know, I'm not familiar with any, Cynthia's not familiar with any lore that Joe may be familiar with, and I don't remember writing anything down.
You can make a check. You can make a. I guess it would be a history check.
Okay.
Either history or if you have something else that seems appropriate.
I got a lot of stuff. My knowledge, my skills are perception, which is not. I have an investigation, history, arcana that I can do.
History's good. You might have heard some stories and
Okay.
things like that.
Okay. So 8.
8. Okay.
So
You've not
not
heard
much.
much. You know that you know the obvious. It's a border. It's on the eastern border of Cormier. And it's a rather large place. You've heard the name Symbio a lot. There's definitely a lot of trading going on. You know that Serloon is in Symbia. You've heard that. You've also heard, just because it's really common knowledge, the capital is Derloon. And it's pretty much somewhat like Cormier, or Suzale is to Cormier, is Derloon. It's a capital city. And you do know that it is, the whole southern side of it is pretty much the Sea of Stars. And the northern part of Symbia is all land. Oh, and Darylyn's on the map. It's just up north a little bit.
Okay.
So your character might not know exactly where it is, but you've heard of it.
Okay. Sea of Stars in the northern is a bunch of land. Who's in charge here? They're like, this is a new continent. And I would ask, if you want an investigation roll, I'll give you that. I would ask who's in charge. I would be very nosy about it.
Well, let's do a diplomacy to see how much he tells you, or I'm going to give him a check to see how much this particular person even knows.
Okay. It's not just diplomacy anymore, though.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. And I have a 10. Man, these rolls are terrible tonight.
Now, 10's good enough to get some info. He tells you that Symbia has been in a lot of trouble recently. He tells you that it has pretty much been taken over by dark and fell magic, and the last war has really left Symbia crippled. And he doesn't even seem to know exactly who is in charge anymore.
Okay.
So he does also mention to be very careful. This place is not as safe as it used to be, and it's definitely not as safe as Cormier.
What's this dude's name?
Charlie?
Charlie. Sup, Chuck? Thank you.
And he's basically a border guard. He's one of the higher ranking Cormier border guards.
So
Okay.
I want to turn to Faisal, the warlock who's been guiding us,
Yeah?
and just ask him, based on your magical connection with Edwin, about how far do you think he is from where we are now? Are we almost there? Are we not even close? Like, what do you think?
He says, we're growing closer. We're heading in the right direction. And he just points out to sea, basically, and says, I can sense he is that way. And he kind of moves his finger off a ways.
Like, what direction is he pointing? Assuming that we're
pretty much straight
Straight.
east out
Okay.
to sea. As far as you can tell, this direction. And then he waves it down a little bit, maybe more in this direction.
need to move the stream box because they can't see the map.
Okay. All right. So here is this, which I am still working with a bit. Okay, here we go. I think it just needs to be adjusted so it's not all squished. About there. Okay, that's good enough.
That did it.
Okay, you guys are all grouped. He is not. Okay. I'm not going to adjust the boat too much. I'm just going to pretty much tell you what happens here. But this is what you're dealing with now is this area. Actually, I'm going to move the boat out over here just so it's not in the way. Geez, these icons are a mess. It's weird because when you group things, if you grab something too quick, you can move one of them by themselves like that. But it's actually part of the whole group.
I want to know who just jumped like 30 leagues and landed on the land.
That was you.
Of course. I am a halfling, but I traverse space. Yeah.
Space and time.
Space.
Okay. So anything else you want to ask or talk to these guys about before you head out further?
Not for me.
Nope,
Okay.
that answered my question. Thank you.
I am not curious.
Faisal asks him, is there anything you could maybe sell or give us before we head out this way?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Hey, you want more of this dragon meat or dragon scales? I got some dragon teeth. I got some dragon horns. I got all sorts of dragon parts. You want some dragon stuff? Any interest?
Matt just disappeared.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, now I got to repeat all that?
Yes,
And
you
I'm
do.
back. No, I heard it all. I heard the dragon.
Oh.
All right. All right.
They are very interested in the dragon parts. They want teeth, scales, and pretty much all of them have never seen any sort of dragon. Or
Sweet. And check this out. And I swing a tail over my head.
and one of them says, here, you might need these. And he gives you a couple potions.
Oh. Well, thank you, sir. What are these?
One of them is a potion of healing, and one of them is a potion of fire resistance.
Oh. Nice.
Fire resistance one gives you an hour of resistance to fire once you drink it.
Alrighty.
Level 15. Oh, yeah, I should probably put somewhere on the stream what level you guys are, just so everybody knows.
I'm on it.
Oh, you can update it? You
Not
should
the
be able
stream
to.
itself. I'm just talking in the chat. Don't let me distract you from the story awesomeness. You were just talking about how we're running into pseudo dragons.
Quick
Okay.
question. JB, are you taking control of the loot?
I
Like, are
I
you
can
keeping
do
a
that.
list?
If you will entrust me to be the keeper of the party funds again.
We work
I
it
just
out.
I just put
We
those
hug it out.
potions I have those potions.
All right.
And that's
I took those.
fine, Mirth. What you missed last time was Joe and Eric arguing about paying Jonathan.
I saw it.
Oh, were you watching?
Yeah, I watched after the fact.
Oh,
It's on YouTube.
that's true. That's true. I was so mad at you. I was ready to kick you. I was like, this conversation would have gone entirely different if you had been there to argue with.
Absolutely.
Did you guys already
Okay.
sort out all the stuff on the party loot?
Yeah,
Um,
we're good, I think.
Okay.
We have 4 healing potions and a fire giant potion. And I
Fire giant
think fire giant strength. I think Murph should take the giant strength if he'll actually use it, because I won't. And I don't know
I
about
got it.
Eric. Okay. And then the 4 healing potions, and then I got 2 greater healing potions from the house.
Okay. Yeah. So divvy it up, delete off there, whatever you divvy up, all that stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. They let you pass. They wish you well and good luck. They do seem to know that you're in search of someone that was lost to sea. They know who Princess Londra, as they recently passed through the neck here too and pretty much did the same check. So they are familiar with that. And they're pretty much familiar with anyone who passes by here. And you guys also know, so before you go, I'll just drop this, that Nixon goes through the neck.
Great, wonderful.
Oh,
Will
I totally saw him going the other direction.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you just say
Yes,
Nixon
I
went
should've.
through the neck?
Mhm.
You know that he has been through here before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in theory, you could ask people about him if you're curious. Just a FYI, in case you didn't realize that he was out here in Symbia when he found them originally, when he found Londra. As you can see, the Pirate Isles that he mentioned out there.
We haven't taken off yet, right?
No, you guys are still.
So I want to ask some of the soldiers. Hey, have you guys ever heard of any like shark people things? Because that's the next like monster thing that I'm ready
Arkanvars.
to take down. Yeah, Arkanvars. You ever heard of those?
One guy says there are lots of dangerous, strange creatures out there. We don't even go to the Dragon Isle or the Pirate Isle anymore. But a shark man? I haven't heard of that specifically. One of the guards further back on the boat says, I have, and he starts coming forward. And he says, hello, my name's Bobbert. I've heard of a legend. I've heard of a legend of the shark man. He says, a couple nights ago, I was out for a drink, and there were a couple of adventurers who came through, and I overheard them talking about a shark man. They apparently
Sounds a
saw
lot like what I'm looking for. Sounds a lot like it.
They didn't say where they saw it, but he did describe it. He said it was 15 feet tall and was as bulky as the biggest man, as bulky as a giant, he said.
Eric wants to roll insight and see if this is actually just a bunch of bullshit or if there's any truth to this whatsoever. Like, did the dragon jerky make these guys high? Like, what's the deal?
All right, roll insight.
I got a 15.
Me too. I get to roll insight too.
Okay, go for it.
Joe is literally drawing and sketching and absolutely fascinated with no concept that these guys could be full of shit. She's like, yes, and tell me more.
Giant shark man. He's got the biggest arms like barrels, human arms. And he has legs and a tail of a shark and the head of a shark and big teeth on his triangular shark head. It was like nothing I had ever seen before.
Fascinating. And what color was their skin?
Light blue.
Like periwinkle or cornflower?
Don't be pulling out girl blues in this
Corn.
this fantasy group. Blue is blue. There's no periwinkle here.
It was
It's
Cornflower.
medieval times. There's shit and white. That's the only colors.
He was cornflower on the underside and periwinkle on the top side.
Is this guy full of crap?
For the
Yeah, he doesn't
periwinkle tones, lavender or violet?
Blue.
I missed what you said. Is he full of crap or is he full of cornflower or whatever we're doing now?
Blue like the water or the sky. Like, yeah, blue.
Eric, you can't. He doesn't really seem like he's making it up. He looks very surprised. His eyes are very wide, and he's just kind of bewildered. Doesn't seem like he's lying.
All right. I mean, if we see an
It sounds like
Arkanvar,
he's telling it.
we're capturing that thing, dude. And we have to figure out how to get it back to do the
what?
bounty
We
for the
gotta-
temple.
We're not capturing it alive.
All right, well, we'll
Are
capture
we?
it with a couple holes in it then. It's cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
confused.
as long as it's mostly together or in half, like two clean parts.
I want to
Okay.
ask how this thing is made. So, like, does it have arms and legs and like a shark face and body?
Oh God.
That's how he described it. He described it as giant in size, huge barrel-like arms and fingers, and the head
You
of a
gotta
shark.
find one.
And
It's
it
when-
seemed to have legs and a shark tail.
It's what happens when, like, you know, like Jaws, he eats like 3 people, and then like he gets to that spot where you just see the girl legs in the water, and the water is nice and warm and not very humid, and he's just like dun 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 dun, and he like humps her, and that's where Arkenvar comes from.
You are one
Jaws.
twisted individual, my friend. Wait, what bounty for what temple? Is this something that I'm familiar with?
You were there.
You were there. You were there.
The shark man picture is amazing.
was-
I gotta pull it up on the stream.
Was that
Was I in the bar getting drunk? I mean,
no. Yes.
I would do that.
I'm capturing that.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and paste this in the chat. That's an awesome picture of an Arkenvar.
I got it on the stream. No worries.
Yes. That's an Arkenvar. Why is it wearing a loincloth? Does it have a dick?
It must.
I mean,
Oh my
that's how they
god, like
make
this thing is bigger
more.
than me in every way. I hate it. All right, let's go. Let's press on.
All right. So you leave the guards. Any
Press
last
on.
things before you leave the guards?
Hey, you guys know any other like pirate dudes that have come through here? This guy named Nixon. He like stole a bunch of stuff from us, and we're kind of looking for him.
The main guard says, Scratch. You mean Scratch. We don't call him Nixon.
Yeah, that guy.
And you don't want to get scratched by him, by the way. If you get scratched by him, you get cursed. For good. And he says, yeah, he came through here about 2 days ago, heading out to Symbia out to sea. Wait, you looking for him?
Yeah. Yeah, we were just looking for him.
He was alone.
You know,
He didn't have any crew.
you know anything? Yeah.
They sure tasted good.
What's that you say?
Not a thing, actually. I'm
Well,
still
I don't know.
fantasizing about Arkenvar over here.
So, just to kind of bring us back together, there are Arkenvars, Sharkmen. There is Magister Edwin being captured. And there's the possibility of running into Nixon, a.k.a. Scratch. And all of it is that way. So I asked you, Barty.
and there's buried treasure.
And there's also buried treasure, which is probably that way.
Yeah.
So, are we ready to rock and roll? Because I'm a little man in these boats.
Let's go that way.
I'm getting seasick.
Let's
I need to get off of here.
Let's go.
All right. You guys travel on. I'm going to make an Indiana Jones like line. Dun, 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 dun.
I want to get a whip. I need one.
I don't. Oh, there it is.
Okay. So days pass and not much really happens. The seas are pretty calm. You guys are just out in the middle of the sea as far as you can see in either direction. You can't see the land except on the clearest days. Wow. Holy crap.
What are we holy crapping?
Yeah, let's just go over here and then back and then take a few. Okay. I'll do.
I did a Looney Tunes line where we went all over the place. All right. Sorry. Go on.
Okay.
Now you're interrupted.
approximately day 3, you are here. What's going on with my line? Okay, there we go. And it is night, and it's very quiet. And suddenly Faisal says, and to you all before anyone goes to sleep, something strange. I can't sense him anymore. It's like we're right on top of him. It's like he's below us. Edwin,
So, could we test this theory by maybe moving away and seeing if it restores your understanding of where he's at?
you guys are still drifting, so he kind of nods and he says, or maybe above? It's like I can't tell. And about this time, go ahead and make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Is this going to be like Jurassic Park when it's like the T-Rex didn't want to hunt and then suddenly the goat was on this?
I did get a natural 1, so I'm going to re-roll it because I'm a lucky halfling.
Yeah, you sure did get a natural 1. We got it.
17.
Shoot. 17.
Fortune rolls. Sorry.
14.
13.
Those were your fortune rolls, Merrick?
Yeah.
Okay, just in
Here's my
case.
actual roll. Yeah.
6 and 1. Can you use those fortune rolls on enemies?
Yes.
It's pretty amazing because you got a
That's
1. that
I
you
know.
just throw on an enemy. Does it say for attack rolls or only ability checks?
It is for like anything. Hold on a second.
And
There it
It
is.
may actually be more powerful than the lucky feat.
You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see.
interesting.
Yep.
All right. You are quite the diviner. You guys all get pretty decent checks. So basically what you hear is, well, the sea's very calm. There's the occasional slapping of the water against the side of the
No,
ship.
hold on. You only roll once. You roll after a long rest. You roll 2d20, then you record the number rolled.
Yeah, I was
Then
rolling
you
those to see what I got.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
you only do that once, right?
Yeah, I was rolling those with the first 2 to see what I got, to see if I wanted to use those. Because I hadn't rolled them yet for the long rest.
He
Oh,
was rolling them for the day.
Long rest. I
Yeah.
got you. Because
You've had many long rests as you've been sailing.
Sorry, I was confused.
It's all right.
No worries.
Really quickly, before we go, can we make sure everybody should be at full hit points because you scare me when you say, and roll a perception check. So
Very
everybody's
scary.
at full.
What if it's just a Pikachu?
Then I would be worried if
Pika, Pika.
Charizard was following after him.
Lightning hurts. Let's do it.
Okay.
What do we see? Sorry, I
You
interrupted.
don't actually see anything. It's very dark. It's, around 10, 11 o'clock. The sun has long since set. And you hear like the wind picking up, but it doesn't sound like the normal wind you hear. It sounds almost like it's thinner, like it's whistling just on its own. And it kind of scares you guys a little bit. And then it begins to get a little bit louder. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against being scared or frightened or whatever?
Yes, it's against
I
being
get it.
frightened.
Okay,
Your
I have
sense
advantage
of-
on that.
Fright picks up as the sound grows, and you just have a sense of dread. Merrick is definitely not affected. Eric is not affected. Joe's not affected. Mirth, you're terrified. Actually frightened. You're frightened of the sound. And right about this time, you guys see at the edge of your vision what looks to be a ghost ship.
Oh.
I'll drag out a picture of it so you can see what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Are you sure? Okay.
For to not be afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be afraid.
All right. That's fine. You're not afraid. You're no longer terrified, or you never were.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Pulling out. So you guys did divvy up the magical stuff: the scroll of Bigby's hand, full healing potion, potion of fire, giant strength. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The scrolls are on Merrick. They are mage scrolls. Each of us would have the healing potion on our person as a backup. And then I've got the 2 greater healing potions. Yes?
I think we got more healing potions in Outlast City, and Mirth took those.
I am gonna drink my fire giant strength potion.
How long does that last?
I don't
So
know.
no, you gave it to us, Matt.
I don't have a description or what it does.
I'll tell you what it does before you drink it, just in case it's. Yeah, one sec. Apparently, I don't know where my picture went. It's like totally gone. So I'll give it a second. Potion of Fire Giant Strength. It changes your strength to 25 for 1 hour.
Whoa.
And I don't think that'll translate.
25?
Yeah, 25. That doesn't translate into your
Okay.
forms, though. I don't think. Unless you drink it after you're already in a form. Somehow.
Wrap it up as a bear.
I guess someone have to feed it to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna set it on the ground before me. I'm gonna bear.
Oh, so you can like bite it.
And I'm gonna rip it in my teeth and throw my head back. Oh yeah.
My new nickname for the
Bear
bear is
juice.
Chugger.
Doing it.
I'm a little sad that my picture that I've been planning on using is just totally gone. I don't even know what happened. Okay. Here, I found it again. And it's uploading. Oh, I found it. It was just called something else. Still uploading. One day. This must be a giant file. Yeah, it is giant. You see this start to appear in the distance. If it looks familiar, it's because it's from Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's a cool ass looking ship in terms of being really scary, but I will have to say that probably doesn't get very good wind because of, the holes in the sails.
It
They
doesn't
totally
seem
got
to
skeletons throwing that shit.
it seems to be coming closer and closer to you, and then it seems to bank to the side, and as all the crew members of your ship see it, a lot of them freak out and get scared and run under, and
Okay.
some of them back away.
As soon as we have a chance to act, let's get on the ballistas. Like, shoot this bitch. Like, say
Done.
hello. Like,
All right. Roll initiative. Let me get the initiative thing up and clear it. One sec. Clear. Okay. So there are 3 ballistas that can fire at it. There's the front one that can be turned to fire at it, and the two on the side.
I can't target my token.
Yeah, we don't have control of our tokens, so we can't click our stuff.
Oh, here.
Oh, look at you. Bam.
Let's try this.
Um,
Bear with me. This is going to get ugly for like 2 seconds as I get it cleaned up. Because I'm dropping another boat in here. And yeah, these are your old tokens. But they'll work.
And you need to stretch me out.
you need to stretch me out.
I like it when you
Sounds
tell
so
me.
stinky.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm really sorry that I have the maturity and sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy. Please
I'm
forgive
sorry
me.
that I'm using inspiration because I don't like my initiative roll.
With a
Okay.
10?
Yeah, that sucks.
Ignore the thunderer. That's not what this is.
5.
That's better.
Oh.
Okay. So here it is. The ghost ship also, it banks to its side, and it seems to, you see some cannons popping out of the side of it. And
I love it when they have cannons.
you hear the bosun of your ship say, "Get on the cannons below! We'll man the ballistas! Man the ballistas!" And he starts yelling orders at his crew, and a bunch of them go down below, assumingly to load the cannons that are coming out of the side of your ship as well.
Does anybody else feel slightly gypped? Why am I on a crossbow when we have a fucking cannon in the basement?
You can go below
Probably 'cause
deck.
I'm tiny, but
Jump
whatever.
on a cannon if you want.
No, I'm going to stay on this ballista. I like being.
There are 4 cannons on each side below deck that pop out the side.
Well, I prematurely turned into a bear.
Prematurely. You lean in to touch her delicately and go bear.
I am a bear.
She's like, that was quick.
Initiative for this thing. All right. And it's you. You're up first, Eric.
Okay. Safe to assume that nobody's surprised right now on the enemy team.
Nobody is surprised. The ghost ship is pretty far in the distance. It's pretty much at the edge of your sight, and probably at the edge of these ballistas and the cannons, and it is banked onto its side, and it seems to have slowed, like it's going to fire at you or something as well.
Okay. As part of my rogue assassin build, anybody that I beat in initiative, I have advantage against for the first round.
All right.
I'm on one of the ballistas. Like, if I can shoot the biggest one, then I want to be on that. But I mean, I'm a little dude. I'm a halfling, so I'm not going to argue too much.
You can fire it. You might not. You'll have a lot of trouble loading it. So it take 2 people to shoot it every round. So you can employ one of your other mates, or you can yell for one of the crew members to come over.
As soon as I see the ship, I mean, I gave the idea to jump on the ballistas, and I'm going to kind of assume as part of that, maybe I can get some help. You want me to roll and see if I can do that, or am I just awesome?
For which part? For getting help?
To get somebody to basically be a loader.
You just got to yell for help. There are some people standing around.
Help. So I'm going to use my short sword macro for this because it's just +6, which you said is the same as the ballistas.
Yeah.
And my short sword offhand. I'm going to shoot at. So this is like a giant crossbow bolt. Can I see anybody on the other ship?
No, you cannot see anybody. It's very dark.
So I guess it's just like a blind shot then?
You can fire at the ship in general. Here, I'll move your guy.
Do I see
And
any
this swashbuckler
like
is
light
open.
sources or anything? Torches, candles, lamps.
Make a perception check.
Okay. It's going to give us 14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you can see some sign of fire or some glowing up on the deck of the pirate ship. There seems to be one thing of some sort that's glowing a little.
I'm actually just going to use my turn, I think, to dodge. Because, and I'm going to say this out loud, we probably shouldn't shoot at the ship yet, because if we catch the thing on fire, aiming at the light, we might lose Edwin. So I'm going to look at Faisal and be like, what do you suggest we do? Should we move in and try to jump on this thing? Like, I think it'd be a bad idea to catch it on fire and sink it with Magister Edwin on it. Agreed?
Faisal says, I can't detect him anymore, but I'd like to know if he's on there.
All right, then I'm going to look at the captain and say, unless you want to get shot at by a bunch of cannons, turn starboard and go over there, because I don't speak pirate.
The captain, being on the other side of your ship, is having a bit of a hard time hearing you. He's going to have to make a perception check to fully make out what you said in all the chaos. And he does not understand you.
And I say ramming speed as a bear. And rear
Right.
up and
Bear up.
growl at it. Yeah.
Merrick, you're up.
All right. So the ship's just really far away, right?
Yeah, it's at least 150 feet.
Ooh, that's not
Which is
so bad.
that's not really that far in the water, but it is banked to the side and doesn't look like it's going to ram you or anything.
I don't think I want to use up spells yet, though.
You can make a perception check.
Awesome. I want to see what's on before using stuff. Look at
I should probably roll initiative for your allied guys. Do that now. Ooh, Captain got a badass roll.
Yeah, dude.
Great.
Can you give me permission to change the size of my token? Or not?
I don't think I can actually. There. Yeah, I don't. Doesn't seem to be a way to do that.
I've got nothing good to do, so I'm just going to back up. Well, no, I'm going to man this crossbow.
Are you going to fire it?
Doesn't seem like I'll catch anything on fire, right? If I hit that boat. So
Yeah, this thing's definitely not going to catch it on fire. It's a large ballista arrow.
all right, then fire away. How do I just roll
Fire it.
D20?
Yeah, roll d20. You get +6. These things are at least +6.
$13.
13. All right, you hit it. Roll 3d10.
Whoa.
14. All right. You hear a crunch as it lodges into the ghost ship. And it is the ghost ship's turn. You guys hear a cackling sound from aboard, like, and it echoes over the sea very, very loudly. And you guys have already all made your checks, but you can see a lot of the other crewmates are just cowering in complete fear. The captain seems to be okay. I'm gonna roll for the cabin boy. Oh, he's fucked. And the first mate seems to be all right as well. So he's gonna ban something. But this, you hear some firing of cannons from the ghost ship, and It's like a roaring sound.
That's
There are a
natty
few-
19, isn't it? That damn die.
You hear some splashes into the water as some of them clearly miss, but there's definitely one that makes a crashing sound, and you hear wood snapping as it slams into your boat. And it is Joe's turn.
I was going to relay the message from Eric to the captain, but I will instead prep to, as soon as Eric shoots his ballista, I will load his ballista.
Okay.
He yelled for help. I'm providing.
All right. Go ahead and move over there.
Okay, which one is you, Josh?
Do you guys want your tokens instead? Your new tokens? I can do that. That can be arranged.
I'm fine the way it is.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
You didn't come out right. Let's try this again. Wait, what? Your tokens seem to have turned into something else. Huh. Okay, I know how to fix this.
So Joe's helping me load the ballista.
Yeah. All right, bear with me a second. I'm just fixing these tokens really quick.
Oh,
We
I
have to
am.
bear with you while you fix a bear.
Yeah.
You just have to
Clever.
change me. I'm good.
Okay. There you are. Okay. Do you guys see all your tokens?
No.
Yeah, Joe, you're right above me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking that you were switching the things. I apologize. Nope, that's perfect.
It's all right. I'm just re-dragging them out, and we'll get rid of the old guys. Goodbye.
Your
There's one.
bone and initiative's the only problem.
There's two. Oh, fuck.
My initiative was 9, 8, 9, something like that.
Okay.
Mine was low. 9. Mirth was an 8.
Should have thought of that. Okay.
Mine was 17.
I was an 18. Might as well try. And
Okay,
I'm a
Eric
baby
will-
bear. Make me big.
Aw, little stumper.
Yeah, a
Cute
little,
Beardy.
you're a little black there. Okay. Eric, what was yours?
19.
Okay. So I'm going to have you on here twice now. And the bear necessities.
8.
For some reason, it doesn't let me give you a turn. Go ahead and roll, and I'll just change it. I don't have the add turn ability on your character. Okay. And we were on Joe's turn, then Mirth's turn. Okay, Mirth, you're up.
All right, so I run over to the captain and I do my best brother bear impression and like and like claw toward the boat like I want him to go that way.
And you're like,
Yeah.
okay. Make
I'm
a
all like, you know, Chewbacca sort of like, hey, go that way.
all right, persuasion check, disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because I'm a bear?
Basically. Did you already drink that potion?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a buff bear. All right, so that it gives you a 10. He doesn't seem to fully understand you. But he
I wonder why.
Might be almost getting the hint.
Can we just yell out as a free action, turn the fucking boat?
Yeah, you can yell that anytime.
Turn the boat.
He says, "We fire back, and then we ram."
All right,
We
that
don't-
sounds a lot cooler. Let's do that.
And then he starts giving some kind of inspirational speech. He's like, "If we're going down, we're going down in style." And then he says, "Fire on 3. 1, 2, 3." And you hear the sounds of your own firing, and it rocks the entire ship. And it just, and you feel the whole thing wobble back and forth. And some of them do seem to connect, and some splash in the water. And then he starts yelling commands at the cabin boy to change some of the sails, and quick. Let's see if the cabin boy is able to respond. Oh, he made his save against fright. Okay, so he begins to run over here and climb up one of the masts. There's actually more masts than this. I just don't have them on here. There's like one there and one there. But he goes up the center main one, which seems to have the main sails, and it looks like he's going to try to turn something. This ship, while it has rowing down below, it takes a lot of men, and there are not enough to row it. You guys have been relying on the sails primarily. So turning it is going to be hard. Ramming's going to be very hard in general. But they're going to try. And
So, like, what's the composition of this boat? Is this like full-on warship, just to stay sideways, and or is this more of like a little guy that's supposed to outmaneuver people?
This one, it's pretty much a cross between a sailing ship and a warship, so it does have some defenses, but it's definitely not made for all-out war. And you would need at least 20 or 30 more crew members to fully engage all its abilities of ramming and maneuvering while firing everything. So it is not a fully stocked warship that didn't go out with the intention of having a full-on battle like this, which is probably stupid on their part because they knew better.
We leave port with a warship, a ship built for the purpose of war, one might argue, and the ship is not able to fully execute the one purpose for which it was built. I will look at Faisal and be like, your armory was cool. Your boat, however, is a bit lackluster.
We haven't used this thing in many years.
Fantastic. We have...
And it did go out on a rescue mission, not necessarily a mission of war.
We're on a floating hearse.
Pretty much. I hope you can swim.
So which one of these things is the captain? This guy?
Yep, that's the captain.
Can I scream out to him and ask how hard is this boat supposed to ram?
He says, at full speed, pretty damn hard. But we'll never get her up to full speed with that short of distance.
Merrick,
We might.
are you
You have a
gonna
plan?
Are you gonna
Well,
dick
I
in the
might-
box boat?
I
Stick in a box.
have a giant hand to give it to it.
Yes. Are you gonna bitch slap the boat to make it go faster, or are you gonna have it like paddle for us?
Oh, I think I just
By the way,
Got it on the rope.
shoving it.
Eric, you are up first, and then it's going to be Merrick.
I'm gonna turn the large ballista with maybe a little bit of help from Joe and just shoot a giant bolt.
All right, roll to hit. Are you firing at the ship in general?
I'm gonna aim for like the mast if I can see it. Just something that would make it hard for it to move. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
like a pirate expert or anything, but like this thing already looks like shit. I just want to make it hard to do stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead and roll to hit.
11 versus AC is probably not going to do it.
11 total?
Yeah.
That's with the +6?
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Well, you may have lucked out. Let me look at its AC real quick, because it's not all that high.
You may be the only one who can't hit it today.
AC.
That was a good one there, Lodi. Why don't you shut up and grab a ballista bolt?
Listen, if you can't do this thing like a man, suck it up and let a man do your job. I don't know, that was stupid.
Merrick, it's your turn.
Run over here. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to cast Bigby's hand.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Oh, crap. I forgot about that. I wish I had a good foretelling roll.
I wish you had inspiration.
I do have inspiration. And I might
How about
use
that?
We got that going for you.
it. Yep.
So you're
What's
gonna
that?
need
There.
you're gonna need at least a 15 to successfully cast this, and on a failure, it still uses the scroll.
No. Do it.
Looks like you got a 22. You successfully cast Bigby's hand. This large hand appears, and by large I mean like as big as the bear, if not larger. It's kind of like the hand at the end of Smash Brothers. It's just a big old hand, and Merrick is controlling it. Any movements you do with your hand, Merrick, the hand mimics.
Right. So, can I take
Smash
can I
her.
use the hand this turn, or do I have to wait?
You can use it this turn.
All right. I'm going to try and move my hand and pull the boat forward into the other boat.
Okay.
And like each turn that we're approaching the other boat, I want to push harder.
So you're shoving your own boat, or which one?
I'm shoving our boat toward their boat.
Okay. I have a hand here that I'm going to put on the map. If it'll save right. Save image. Okay, this seems to be a fail image. Okay, I'm going to have it make a strength check to see how well you can shove your ship.
So it has 26 strength.
Ooh,
So it gets +8. Go ahead and roll that.
yeah. You got a 20? That's good enough. All right, you begin to shove your ship. Can you guys see that? There you go. I'll go ahead and give you control of this.
Cool. Is our ship facing that ship, by the way? Because I kind of want to make it face the ghost ship, too. If I can kind of turn it around. Because I'm assuming we can't ram from this side.
It's like
Okay,
maybe
you
dual
have control.
pull and then like push it.
You have control of the hand. You say what you want to do.
Okay. Because I kind of am assuming we're kind of ram from this side. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're trying to like steer into the other ship.
The front here is generally the ramming point.
Then I'm going to try and
Something like that.
push from this direction and point us into this direction here toward that boat. That's my goal.
Okay. So you're pushing, make sure I understand, like this.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope I don't capsize this.
Okay. With the 20, you begin to move it, and it does indeed shift. And the captain looks really confused. All of you guys get kind of knocked a little bit as suddenly the ship just gets seemingly shoved. And I don't have the ability to move the entire ship on this.
It's all right. We can use our imaginations.
You can move the ghost ship.
Yeah. Which would be, I don't know. I can't even think of it.
More toward the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would appear more towards the front.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's say this first round you moved 30 feet. So you got about 120 feet before you're up to it. And it is the ghost ship's turn. You hear some more creepy sounds coming from it. And some of it sounds kind of like the casting of spells and just loud chants. And you hear the cannons go off once again. And you hear a couple of these cannonballs smash into your ship. And let's see, how much damage do they do? You're on a warship. Yeah, you hear some cracking wood. Can't really tell anything else. Joe, you're up.
How does delay work in this? Did we decide? Because
We're
I
not
am.
gonna-
You can't.
We were. It's not in 5th edition officially. I was thinking of allowing it, but nah, no delay. It's too complicated.
Okay, so
Let's
then.
not delay the ballista.
Well, you didn't fire it yet, did you?
Oh yeah, I did. It just didn't
Did you-
go anywhere. It just,
Okay, then that's
You're
what I
ready.
do. I was ready to reload the ballista for Eric on next shot.
Yeah, so you already loaded it. It's loaded. You used your ready to action to load it.
Okay, then I do what I need to do to be ready for the next turn.
Okay, so you're ready
Because-
ready
yeah.
to load again? Okay. Mirth, you're up.
I'm gonna scramble up the mast and help the boy turn whatever he was trying to turn.
As
or
a giant
pull whatever
bear,
he's trying to pull. Yeah,
make a climb check.
I got to climb 30 feet as a bear.
Oh, okay. So you have no
I got
problem.
just natural. I have natural climb speed.
How much do you weigh?
A little bit. I don't think that matters. It's a giant mast,
That's a really rude question to ask somebody.
right?
yeah, that is a little impersonal.
Come on.
A
Like-
giant bear.
It's
How much
about,
does a
it's
giant
about
bear
six. They're about 600 pounds. 6 to 1,000.
weigh? Yeah, this mast is. It can handle that, no problem. But if you were like a 3-ton bear, that's a little different. Guess there's no way you're that big. Okay.
I try to help him move whatever he's trying to move in order to get the boat to move.
He seems to be untying ropes and basically putting down sails and trying to adjust. He looks like he was very thrown off by the boost the ship just got. So he doesn't seem to really know what to do. But as you climb up there with him, he's just like looking at you. He doesn't know what to do really. Okay, and it is the captain's turn. The captain says, "Looks like we're going right for it." And he doesn't seem to really know what to do either. And he just says, "Fire again if you can." And a couple of the cannons seem to be able to fire. Or they all fire. And 2 of them crit. Criticals. Nice. And they do a significant amount of damage to this ghost ship. And you can see wood splintering off of it and falling into the sea. Eric, you're up.
So this is probably stupid, but I want to try to aim for one of the cannons. I mean, there's no way I'm going to hit it, but I really don't want to sink the ship because Edwin might be on it. But I also don't want to get shot at by giant cannonballs. So I want to like space jam a ballista bolt right into a cannon.
All right. You can do that. If you get a crit, you hit the cannon. Go ahead.
Cool. Come on, halfling luck. What if I don't hit it at all?
I believe the bolt goes into the water.
Not a good day for the halfling. Thread the needle. Yeah, that's right, Silent John Bob. The only problem is I'm not very good at sewing.
Merrick, you're up.
All right. Do I have to make a strength check to keep trying to push the boat?
No, you can just keep pushing it with what you already have. You have some momentum now. So you can shove it. Probably doesn't say anything about that in the spell. How far can the hand move per turn?
Up to 60 feet.
Okay, you can shove it 60 feet.
I can do
You
that.
are shoving this thing really hard with Bigby's hand. And
Wow.
What? 10th grade humor.
I really do. I mean, I have no shame for my childish humor.
So we've got like 60 feet left to get to the boat.
Yep.
Awesome. One more turn.
And the pirate ship at this point seems to fire its cannons one more time.
Could we argue that maybe they get disadvantaged because we're smaller? Because we're coming like straight instead of all sideways?
Most of them miss. Only one of them seems to connect. And here's some more splintering of wood and cracking. But most of them just splash harmlessly into the water. And you hear lots of screaming when this particular bolt hits. And we lost Mirth. Sure, I'll be back. And at this point, the ghost ship also begins to move and head forward. So right now, you guys are pretty much turned towards it completely. So it's say in this direction. This direction. But it looks like it begins to pick up and start to move.
So now it's moving away from us?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
hell no.
You guys are heading right at it. It was at its side.
Mhm.
It's the ghost ship. And it just began to go in this direction.
Oh,
So you'll have
sneaky
to
nautical
take chase.
bullshit.
Yeah. Joe, you're up.
How close are we to the ship?
You are at this point. Well, it moved about 25 feet. So and being at an angle, you're about 70 feet away. 75.
So, okay. I'm going to like yell out free action style while you guys are doing stuff. Like, Merrick, can you send your hand over there to just like bitch slap the boat? Like,
If we want to ram the boat, I don't think I can do that. Unless you want me to stop.
well, now the boat's running away.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, like, go spank it.
I can only move the hand 60 feet per turn. So it's going to either push
It's
us to
okay,
60 feet or it's going to.
It's all part of the plan.
All right.
Earth Bear will throw Merrick in the air real far, which will get you close enough to the boat to spank it. I like this plan.
How far away is the boat?
About 75 feet. So we can get this show right. Okay. So it was pretty much in front of you after your second move with Bigby's hand and began to move forward after firing. So it is now.
It was me.
It is now just going off a little ways. Yeah. Anything you're doing, Joe?
Prepping ballistas, if that's what we're doing.
Okay. Mirth, you're up.
I'm gonna try to determine where we're gonna run into each other and head to that part of the boat.
As far as you can tell, it'd probably be the front.
That's where I'm headed.
All right. All right. Captain is up and all his crewmates. I forgot all about Faisal. he has not done anything yet, which makes sense because there's not much he can do.
Maybe he's like trying to figure out where Edwin is.
Yeah, he is definitely trying to figure out where Edwin is. He looks very confused. All right, he got a 14, so I'm going to drop him in here.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, he's staying near the center and I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, Captain, they don't really do much. He seems to be yelling commands. He says, "Get to the rows. We're going to ram." And he yells it, and another member yells it, and they all just echo it. Prep for ramming. Eric, you're up.
Okay. Pardon me for being a shameless whore. I'm going to ask the audience, the streamers, like, please don't let the halfling fail 3 times on shooting a ballista. The ballista is way bigger than me, and I have high expectations, but I don't have high standing because I'm a little guy. Like, I have the biggest halfling boner I've ever had in my entire life trying to shoot this damn thing, and it's getting in the way. It's making me miss, and it's embarrassing. So here we go. I'm trying to delay long enough for the streamers to be able to hear all that. Ballista is prepped, and I am shooting it like a motherfucker. And I'm aiming for that cannon, because if I space jam, I think I should level up just for being awesome. Please hit it. Seriously? Oh my god.
Missed.
I failed 3 times in a row. 3 for 3, baby. That's right, John.
Your inspiration seems to be gone.
Halfling fails.
Did you use your inspiration?
I used my inspiration on initiative because I thought we were like something was gonna like jump in and be all like slam. But I mean, instead I'm just gonna stand here and shoot and try to justify not being inspired.
Yeah.
Mirth, you used yours too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, if anybody else wants to give me inspiration, Joe or Merrick or Streambox, we could maybe do this over again.
You're going to get a lot of inspiration on my turn.
I've got one too. I'll give you it. Roll again.
Well,
Like
like,
got one too.
really?
Yeah, do it. Roll again.
If you miss, I'm finding somebody else to assist.
A lot of pressure on this one.
So,
You can help me stand toward the front of the boat.
you know what? I believe.
Because it's just as much
I can
damage as
fly.
he's doing.
There.
Oh!
That's 17. This is
All
a
right.
shitty, craptacular pirate boat. Space Jam.
Roll 5d10.
Roll 500 D10. I would probably break the entire stream. I think I did 50 there. Sorry. That was an honest mistake. It was only 254 damage, though. So, I mean, that's like me on a good day.
That's
All right.
almost enough to sink it.
I promise that was not done on purpose. I'm going to apologize, and here's my real roll. 34. You know, I mean, that's close to
Solid.
254.
That's still quite solid for damage. You rolled 2 10s. All right.
I did.
Your ballista bolt sinks deep into it. It seems to knock a lot of stuff loose.
I'm going to yell to Faisal. Anything you're feeling from Edwin? Like, we pretty well chunky monkeyed this thing wide open. I'm afraid we're going to sink it.
He says, I can't tell. It's like they're blocking me, is what he says.
Or whisper, like yell over my shoulder to Merrick, be like, do you detect any magic-y stuff that might be messing things up? I mean, this is your realm, not mine. Just a thought.
Merrick,
Not
you're up.
yet. Let's see. I think I have to use most of my turn to operate the hand, so I can't detect magic. So I'm gonna ram the boat.
Yeah.
All right. So you can move 60 feet with no problem. Go ahead and make a strength check to see if you can get all the way up to it and actually begin the ram for a super push. Good
Oh,
enough. All right, you give it a super push, and everybody that's standing make a balance check.
I should have yelled something out.
Any acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics.
Okay.
And Mirth, you're fine. You got 4 legs, so you don't even. Yeah, you're definitely good.
Well, I'm a stumper. Don't I get like a bonus? I don't fall very far. Holy crap! You guys are amazing.
I so
Let's
hope
see
you
what I
fall
did.
down.
A 16.
Everyone seems to be good. You roll for the captain. Yeah, captain's fine. Natural 20. All right, nobody
This
seems to
guy
lose
gets
their
nat
balance.
20s, but he doesn't do anything cool. Has anybody else noticed?
He
Like, we
yells
should
commands.
Here,
Can I-
Captain Mediocre, take some 6s. See what you can do with that.
Can I use my bonus action to give Eric a bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, you
What's
still
that
got your
do?
bonus. I think you can add 1d6 to one of your rolls.
Yep.
I think is what it does.
Yeah.
All right, Nate.
All right, it's in Faisal's turn. I'm going to give him an Arcana check to see if he can properly determine where Edwin is. That's a natural 1. He holds his head like it hurts. And it's the...
Is his nose bleeding?
Oh, yeah, and you did the ram. I'm sorry, I'm going back. Backing up to the ram. So, I'm going to have you roll damage, Merrick, for this ram. Go ahead and roll... Let's do 15d10
Wow. I'm going to sink that boat.
for a ram. Boom! You slam into this ship, and as you slam into it, you see these skeletons on board that just fly into the air, and arms go flying, and heads and bones, and the whole thing nearly splinters in half. And
Good.
yeah, there are little skeletons everywhere, but you do see one that still seems to be standing strong in the middle, and he's got this glowing thing around him. It's kind of an orangish glow. But all the little minion ones that are holding little swords and clubs and bows, pretty much all of them just go flying with this ram and overboard and just all over the place like confetti. And it is a very hard shock, especially for them. You guys are all pretty well braced with your decent rolls. But now you are right up on it. And yeah, that's not really an appropriate map for it. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make this sweet oval. See if I can get this to look right.
What about that other map that you had with the two ships like right next to each other? One was like the upper deck and one was the lower deck. That would work.
I can't move them around separately, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I got something that'll work. This will work. Just for makeshift. It's about that big. Okay.
So the rogue does have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. I was going to ask, did I just get enveloped by boat?
No,
Because
I'm
I am
just,
no longer there.
adjusting.
Okay, cool. Adjusting,
Adjusting. Send it back.
just in case.
Okay. There. That kind of works.
All right, we got poop smear ghost ship.
It is a total poop smear because it's been smashed.
Where's the skeleton dude?
Going back to earlier, dudes do have different colors because that's poop smear brown. At this rate, I'll learn lavender in like a few weeks.
The skeleton guy is right here. Right in the center, right near the center mast. Son of a bee. Okay, there we go.
Is he on like a bicycle? What the hell is that?
A bicycle.
He's a unicyclist.
Too bad. Okay. Just getting this thing all adjusted as much as possible. Son of a. Okay, we're good. It is Joe's turn. You can see this guy. He's about. This is the correct range. So whatever it shows on the map, that's what it actually is.
Okay.
Bear with me. I'm going to be adjusting this on the fly as you guys take your turns.
I reload the ballista and I pull my mace ready to go at the skeleton, but I'm not going to be the first one on this ship.
All right. Okay. I think I got everything set as much as I need. And I do need to make this guy roll. Actually, I'm just going to give him the boat's initiative.
Is he the only skeleton on the ship?
No.
No, there are definitely some more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop him before anyone goes.
Yeah.
Quick
There
bio.
we go. There's one that seems to have survived over there. And
All right,
another
while
one
you're doing
that's-
that, quick bio too.
Okay. Very good. This is why I like playing in person, because you can just like draw this shit so fast with a pencil
It's much.
or dry erase.
No, this works though. And I've
Yeah,
got a
it
giant
does.
hand. Grrr.
How awesome is that? You
Almost.
just shoved a boat, a warship. You shoved a warship with Bigby's hand and rammed a ghost ship.
That is almost as awesome as an Arkin bar. I still have the picture of that thing up, and I just can't stop looking at it. It's weird.
Yeah, that's quality.
I'm impressed that someone took the time to do that.
It looks like it looks like a normal human except for the head.
Yeah, I kind of wanted something with a whole shark body, but that works. Let's see what we can do about that.
Okay. You can pull it up here. Let me get it back up on the stream. There it is. Yeah.
I think I missed something funny. What's up?
What? Oh,
No.
we were just talking about the Shark Man.
He's here? Hail Arkanvar. Please tell me the skeleton is a skeletal Arkanvar.
Nope, just a skeletal mage, it appears.
How disappointing.
There's only 3 skeletons left standing after a whole boatload of them went flying with that ram and in all different directions. So Mirth, it looks like you're charging over the crashed area,
Yeah.
which you can do no problem. It is definitely pretty much
Yeah.
merged right together with your ship, so you can leap up there without any trouble, especially being a giant 25 strength bear. And
And then I'm going to hit him a little bit.
okay, looks like you got
And I'm giving them all advantage against me. I get advantage. Okay, so I guess let me do this in order. I raged.
Yeah.
I charged. Raged is my bonus action. Charged. And I'm doing my reckless attack.
So you're
I get
jumping
advantage
over
on both my rolls.
okay. Normally you have to
Yeah.
do that before you roll, right?
What's that?
Say all that stuff.
My reckless attack?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I can roll again. That's fine. I get advantage though.
Yeah, roll again because you gotta say a lot before you roll.
Or none of them. Yeah.
So you roll.
Sorry.
Those rolls don't count. Okay. Let's see what you get. Even better. First one's a hit. Second one is a hit. Yeah, those are both hits.
I like how you have a 1 in your damage and you still do 18. And that's on one of 2 hits.
Well, hey,
25
I'm
strength.
25 strength right now.
Why don't you just like rub your butt on the boat and sink it? Because you. God.
What is that? A bite and a claw? Okay.
Yeah, so that's 38 damage.
You end him. You can do whatever you please to end him. You can rip off his head or whatever. You say it.
With my first bite, as I chomp down on his skull and I feel it crush beneath my teeth, do I feel like that has ended him? Because the second attack can actually hit someone else.
No, actually, the 20 damage isn't quite enough. So you're gonna need that
so
claw
then,
to finish him.
I still feel him squirming a little bit, so I claw his spine in half, and now I'm just shaking his skull like a dog toy.
All right, you got bones.
Body. Mm-hmm.
So,
And
one of the Twitch audience members actually brought up a valid point. Like, with all of your stat combining and stuff, isn't 20 the max you can have for a given stat in 5e?
normally, but he drank a potion of fire giant strength.
Oh, touche.
Just increases it 25 magically for 1 hour.
That's awesome.
Potion of fire giant strength, so strong. But yes, you're right. Normally, through any normal means, you can't go above 20.
So, we have a bear that is raging and drank a magic potion. How big are your arms? Gross. Do you have steroid arms? Is your nutsack on the bear really little?
The captain yells some stuff for his turn, but doesn't do much, really. Then, Eric, you're up.
All right. So what do we have? We have 2 more
Yeah, there's
not
two
overly impressive skeletons.
They're skeletal warriors. One of them's got a mace. One of them's got some kind of sword. They both got shields. Yeah,
Okay, so
look like skeletal warriors of some sort.
there's like a chunky red line right behind Mirth. Is that like, is there a gap there, or is that our boat mashed into their boat like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you said, you're mashed together, so it is. You got to jump over some splinters and some snapping wood, but it's pretty easy to get over.
I know what I want to do, and it's going to be either awesome or really stupid. I want to run up, and I want to get on the ballista and stand on the bolt and try to get my balance. And I'm going to look at Joe and be like, shoot this bitch.
Can I use my readied action to go wham?
I'm gonna let you just because it's so awesome. So please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Preferably at
What
a
kind of
skeleton
roll?
and not at Mirth or like the open sea.
You don't even need to roll.
Bad
Just
idea.
say that you're doing it. Say that you're
I
pulling
do
the
it.
trigger.
I'm pulling
All
that
right.
trigger.
What are you aiming at, by the way? Not at the big bear, right?
I mean,
Do not
okay,
put me in Angry Bear. That would be
Defy-
bad.
listen.
Point it right at my butt.
I mean, like, I guess when I hit it,
Boom. Time out.
I mean,
Inspiration roll from the
Halfling
streamer.
butt plug.
Boom. So I'm not flying into ocean.
All right.
Less than 3 for you.
Inspiration. Done.
All right. So, what's happening? I want to do something awesome.
what? I mean, I told him I hit it.
Which one are you shooting at?
Well, I don't really have the option to
There.
You can like
Aim it.
kick it. You can kick it and aim it at this far one over here.
Okay, let's do it. Please,
'Cause,
Eric, don't die.
I'm
Aiming
not
at
gonna
this
die.
one.
I'm gonna fly in the air and land on someone.
Yeah,
I
I
You can
mean,
always jump off.
yeah, I'm not gonna have enough time to like shift it and make it perfect. So it's kind of gonna
No.
be like when I hit it, like
You're-
I'm not gonna be able to move it very much. So I mean, my strength is
I am
12.
gonna politely ask that you do not launch me like a piece of garbage. Put a little bit of that maternal instinct that you may have learned in the temple into your thought as you release me.
Honey, I'm gonna launch you like projectile vomit.
Hell yeah, dude.
How are you holding on to this thing, by the way? How are you holding on to this ballista bolt?
I don't know.
You're
I'm
standing
awesome.
on it?
Well, like,
All right. Well, as
listen.
it fires,
I'm a dexterous individual. I'm sure we can come to an agreement on the logistics of how I shall travel on the projectile.
all right. Well, Cynthia, I'm going to have you make an attack roll at advantage, and Eric Thorngage, I'm going to have you make a acrobatics check to make sure you can hang on.
Okay, since this is the ballista, it's at least a +6, correct?
Yep.
Okay, please don't you go dying on me now.
All right.
Okay, now hold on.
Advantage.
I have. Wait, what just happened? What I do wrong?
You didn't do anything. The Twitch audience gave us advantage on this because they love me and they don't want me to be dead. And you guys are awesome.
You're
So you
such
get to
a
roll
nerd.
again, and we're gonna hope for more than an 8. We got a 9. That is
Can I
technically
use?
better. That's technically
More
better
than
than
an
an 8.
Can I use my own inspiration?
If you
Not
really
to-
want to.
Not to kill my party member.
Go ahead.
Okay, and I forget how to drop this thing.
You click
Just
it
pull
and then
it
you
and
pull
drop
it out.
it. Okay,
I
and
dare you to
please
roll a
God.
7.
A 15.
Or if- I mean,
There you go.
but that's a 9 on the die. Do you see that? It went 8, 9, 9.
Yep.
Okay. So we got a 15 to launch the rogue. Now I
Yeah.
must hang on for dear life.
Make an
And we're running out of
acrobatics check.
inspiration cards, so we need some magic right now.
You got a big hand. Trying to get
Come on,
this
nat 20.
going. Okay.
What we got? Ooh, I'll take a 19.
19, not bad. Okay, so that's good enough to hang on. This bolt goes flying at this guy, and you're just on it like I don't even know how to explain it. Like that picture that Mirth posted. Did you see that? The rocket guy. And go ahead and make an attack roll like Superman when you get to this skeleton.
So, like, what I'm thinking here is, like, I'm hanging on. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I got, like, a hand in the air or something, you know, like a rudder.
Yeah.
And as I get close to the skeleton, I want to, like, jump off and grab my swords and be like, and try to stab him as the ballista also stabs him.
Yeah, the ballista has definitely hit him, and you're going to hit him too. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Now we're noticing I keep pushing my luck because I've jumped off of this stupid thing that I'm in the... How? But whatever. I'm going to go flying over him and, like, in the water. I know it. I'm going to be real pissed. But whatever. I want to make a main attack with my +1 short sword. God, I'm
And
really bad.
Cynthia, roll 5d10. So you do, it's like 9 piercing damage. Oh, 11 to hit, which is a miss. So Eric, you just go flying into him pretty much. Make a reflex save.
28.
28, that's enough to take his head off. So he crumbles.
That link I just sent is how I imagine Eric on that rocket. On that ballista.
And Eric, you do take some damage from getting slammed very hard into the skeleton.
Okay, bring it on.
Okay. It's bludgeoning damage. You take 6 of it.
You know what? I don't even feel it. I mean, I do technically, but all that work for nothing makes me sad. That's the story of my life.
You just got slammed into a skeleton.
Yeah, it's like you got diabetes, game over.
I'm gonna move
It
this
sure
hand
looks
out.
cool.
It goes there, in front of me.
All right. Faisal's like, whoa. What is that?
It turned into a surfer.
Rad.
That was gnarly.
All right.
It
Do
also
anything
needs like
else?
shield. Like I can set it in front of me so the stuff there can't get to me.
Yeah, so like blocks for you.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing's sweet.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, so it's Faisal's up. I'm gonna have him make another Arcana roll, and he seems to be back in action. He says, "I've got it. He's that way," and he points in a completely different direction. Like he's not on the ship at all. Joe. You're up.
Was her name Sheena there, Josh? I go running onto the other ship
Okay.
and attempt to engage with somebody.
I should have Power Ranger kicked. That would have been so much cooler.
Power
See,
Ranger.
you don't do cool stuff and then you stuff her. That's what happens.
So are there other skeletons I can engage with?
This guy that's right between
There's
us.
one right there.
Do not attempt
Okay.
to copulate with a skeleton.
It could be a lot of fun.
Roll to hit. That's a hit. 6 bludgeoning.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that is enough to take him out because it's bludgeoning. It seems to be super effective. You smash him down.
Sweet.
Combat is over. This pirate ship, this ghost ship, seems to be sinking slowly as it falls off the front of your guys' ship.
No.
Whatever I saw glowing on the skeleton, I'm gonna grab that in my teeth and run back
Okay.
to the other boat.
It does look like you have a little bit of time, maybe at least several minutes, and there you can go below deck
Okay.
and you can explore and search. You have a few minutes before it goes all the way down.
All
I
right.
want to yell
Go ahead.
really loud over to Merrick. Be like, can you use your hand to hold this ship up so it doesn't sink?
Let's see. How long is this spell? It lasts like a minute. I don't think it'll. I can hold it up for a bit.
I don't know any of that. Make me feel good.
Yep, go down.
You
Just
got
say-
it, man. Go deep.
Okay. I'm gonna grab whatever that necklace thing was on the skeleton, and then I'm gonna run below deck, and I'm searching for chests.
Okay.
So,
So, yeah, go ahead and make. You can do either perception or investigation, whichever is better.
Can I
For
help
you.
her to give her advantage?
Yeah, if you guys are all going on and exploring, you can do it. So whoever's going on and digging for stuff can do it. And aid, does that give advantage? Yeah, we'll say it gives advantage. That's fine.
And what is the roll? Perception?
Either perception or investigation as you plunder the ship quickly.
If I had advantage, then I critted.
And I assume, Merrick, you are using the hand for a moment to hold it, at least briefly, or you can try to resettle it somehow.
I want
Like
to ask.
or on your boat or something.
I want to
That's
ask
a great
Faisal
idea.
a question.
Our boat sinks.
Yes.
Where is Edwin, which direction?
He points to the south. He's like, that way, and not
Okay.
far. Not far
down.
at all.
All right. Yeah, then I'll use the hand to like try to hold the boat up,
Okay.
and then I'll.
Oh, snap. We need to look for some treasure chests on this boat because it's a pirate ship, and pirates have treasure in their ship.
Yes, and
I
in
spring
fact,
to action with renowned fervor. My fly through the air inspired me to look
Renewed
for
vigor.
goodies.
So can I try to?
opens. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I try to mount their ship onto this ship?
Yeah, make a strength check with that
Oh.
hand to see if you can lift it high enough.
I'm gonna sink this boat.
Why would you put that boat on top of the other boat?
16. No,
We're
I'm trying to like
all
lift it
going
all the way
to
up. I'm trying to like push
die.
it into it so it kind of like gets stuck.
Yeah, you get it stuck for a little bit longer. It'll buy you a little time, but it won't last forever.
All right.
Alright.
We might need a bear to get this thing loose.
I mean, if only we had one handy.
What are we
Okay.
looking for?
You guys find, let's see what you get. You got a 8, 15, and 18. And Merrick, go ahead and do your roll of investigation or perception.
Well, I got
detect magic.
we had an advantage. If I had advantage, then I critted.
Advantage? No particular advantage for this. You guys are all
Okay.
just digging.
All right.
Can I use-
Unless you have, sorry, go ahead.
Detect magic.
With detect magic, I'll give you advantage if you use detect magic because there is something magical.
Okay. If I do that, the hand goes away. But we've got a few minutes.
No, go. Hey, I already switched out a bear. Let me do detect magic.
Go for it.
All right, I'm doing detect magic.
Okay. Detect magic. You do find below deck there is some piles of gold that are pretty obvious in silver and pretty much a mixed mash of gems, gold, silver, all piled in the center on one of the lower floors. And there is also, in a few smaller rooms, there is one chest, and there seems to be a locked door. And using detect magic, you sense some magic behind it. And the door is wooden.
I kick it open. Wait. I totally respect your ability to kick the door open, and I know that we're pressed for time, but I bought thieves' tools, and I've never got to use them before. And I realize we're going to die. I have trained for this. I get out my little backpack. Like, this is exciting. This is a chance to redeem myself from the ballista air. Here. You start trying to pick the lock, and I'll kick it, and we'll see which one opens it first. No. You give me 15 growls and a snort, and then you can kick it. I'll have this shit open lickety-split. Do it. Go. I'm going to do the fastest attempt ever to open a door because I realize a bear is coming down upon me. I'm not a bear. I'm not a bear anymore. All right, well, then I'm not scared. I'm still a giant barbarian. Right, and you still have man arms, right? Yeah. You have potion power. I'm moderately frightened. So I have expertise on thieves' tools, which doubles my proficiency. So that's 4, and then another 4 for. So it's D20 plus 8.
Okay, go ahead and roll your unlock.
16 to it?
Yep, that's good enough to pop the lock.
Did it look awesome? I mean, I want to show the bear that I have value too.
Just
When
as
you
you
get down
yell,
there
I
and
got the
you
lock.
stick some things in
Yeah,
there.
dude, I got my
twist and-
dentist tools. I got that weird little mirror. I'm like, click. As soon as he pops the lock, I'm going to kick the door open.
I saw them happening as he yells, I got the lock. You kick it open.
Okay, so there's
All right, what do I
Chest.
see that's magic-y?
there's a chest. It seems to have something magical inside,
Oh.
but in time inside. But you also notice you keep hearing loud crunching and creaking sounds as the ship and starts to sink further into the water, and some water comes in and touches your feet, and it's very cold from the sea.
I'm gonna grab the whole chest and run with it.
Okay, and I assume you guys are grabbing the other chest and as much gold and gems as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I will fill up my little backpack with all of the things.
Okay. Yeah, do what you can. If you've got any special abilities to help you grab stuff quicker, it will make a difference.
I got nimble ass fingers. That's my special ability. I throw gold in my backpack like mashed potatoes at like homeless people. I'm just like.
So Bigby's hand is probably gone by now for the last minute.
It is gone.
Bigby's mage treasure gathering hand.
I kind of wanted to punch that door open.
I feel so inferior in every way.
All right. Got your loot. So you guys pull everything you can back onto the main deck, and you just got piles of treasure right in this area. And a chest, and all the people are just gathered around looking like, wow, killed a ghost ship. They're very impressed by you guys and your ability to do what you did.
Real quick, before we get into the technical details, I want to do a deception check.
Okay.
And say, yeah, did you guys see when I flew through the air on that ballista and landed on that pirate and took him out? I actually drove the ballista into him. Pretty neat, right? And naturally my rolls come through and make me look like a piece of shit.
Yeah, they seem to agree with you. They're like, yeah. Okay, total gold.
I got the party loot responsibility.
Okay, this is a lot of shit, so just hold on a sec.
Yeah.
I'm going to add it all up. I assume that you left.
You want to?
You
wanna try to
probably
pick this
didn't
lock?
grab as much copper. And more went for gold and silver and platinum and stuff and gems.
No, I like copper. Yeah, your assessment is
definitely-
correct.
There's definitely a boatload of copper on there as well.
Literally.
One gold.
Okay, there's a total of 190 gold pieces. There are 12 gems. Quick analysis of the gems. They're varying different kinds, but none of them seem super valuable. No diamonds or anything like that. So, but there are 12 different ones. There is a ton of silver. There's like 2,700 silver. And 10 platinum pieces. And there are some fancy art objects that you've grabbed. There are figurines, plates, bowls. Some of them are gold and silver. So you've got a total of about 7 different art objects that look like they might be valuable.
Okay.
And there's a scroll, which Mirek can probably tell what it is.
Is it Bigby's hand?
No. It's a scroll of dark vision. Can be used by a druid, mage, sorcerer, or wizard.
I should have been thrown by the hand. That would have been cooler.
And there are 4 potions, which you can taste and figure out if you want.
Yeah, who wants this potion of necrosis that these undead folks were holding?
2 of them are obviously healing potions.
Okay.
Okay, so you got the scroll of dark vision. The 2 healing potions are 2 potions of greater healing, a potion of resistance, and a potion of fire breath. I'll just tell you what they are to save time, because you'll figure it out anyway.
Oh, fire breathing bear.
Potion of resistance, potion of fire breath, and 2 of greater healing.
See, like, this is what Smokey the Bear is on bad days. When he wakes up and he's just like, "You little shits, I told you not to start forest fires." And he just starts, like, torching all the children. Their skin gets all charred, and he just picks them up and, like, starts pulling it off of their bones.
So was that
Yeah,
the
blood.
magic that I detected, or
Yeah, it was the scroll and the potions were all in that one.
what about the thing that I got off the skeleton?
It seemed to be coming from him. His hands were radiating.
All right.
So you got some hands in your, but they're no longer glowing.
I'll just stick to my loincloth. That's fine.
And the ship continues to sink the rest of the way, and everyone on your guys' ship is pretty much in all the crewmates.
I want to grab a piece of the ship before it sinks, just like a board or like a chunk of wood or something. I'm like gonna whittle like a toy or something out of it, like a whistle. You guys remember this? How in the hell would you get the little ball in a wooden whistle, though? Apparently, I failed my intelligence check. Irrelevant. Move on, please.
Well, because you would as you're so you've got the whistle and you do the round part, you put the ball in, and then you shape it down to the small piece. That's the actual.
Isn't it
Right?
separate pieces? Like it's 2 halves, and you like glue it together eventually or something?
Yeah.
I'm making a craft check. I'm making a whistle out of undead ghost shit.
What I mean, you could just whittle a hand or something, giving the finger.
I have a small knife as part of my burglar's pack. Not that I steal, but I'm gonna whittle. So I'm gonna go. I'll do that later.
The captain begins to order some of his people to check out the damage of your guys' ship. And they do. They look it over, and after about 5 minutes, they seem to give him the approval. They say, "We are good to continue sailing." And Faisal says, "Good. Edwin's close. He's this way. If we can just turn it, where's your big hand?" He seems very anxious.
So it went away. I can only use it for once.
He
I'll
needs
go
to take
help
a nap.
row. I'll row on the side that we need to turn from.
Okay.
I should still have 25 strength. Potions,
It lasts an hour.
and it does go through your form changes.
What's this?
I believe that.
Potion?
I
Does
believe,
it?
yeah, and buffs, pretty much buffs of any kind. I believe.
Oh, like bless and stuff like that.
Yeah, all that
That makes
stuff.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause it's like
I'll go with that.
outside of me, really.
Right.
So,
So
All right.
I realize I've been a little silly tonight, but totally in character. I'm going to make a small goal to potion up the bear as much as possible. Because every time we potion up the bear, awesome stuff happens.
Like you being shot across on a ballista.
You know what? I'm
then
inherently
falling
not
back.
cool. I try to be cool, and the game hates me.
Well, honey, as long as you know, then that's half the battle.
All it takes is one cool move, and then everybody forgets all the dumb shit you've done. That's like a Budweiser
That's right.
commercial or something, isn't it?
Probably more like Pabst or something.
So you guys begin to head south. Back on, we'll go back to this map temporarily here. And through the night, a lot of you row. You can get rest. You can take turns rowing if help's needed, but you can end up getting a long rest because it does take a while as you seem to head in this general direction.
So, DM, can I ask a favor?
Yeah.
We had that little encounter, and it was kind of taxing and kind of fun. Did any random inspiration you want to hand out for cool plays or just awesome role playing?
Sure.
You-
Take inspiration for being for riding the crossbow bolt, you definitely get inspiration for that.
I need a
You
card.
bonus the bolt.
Oh, I totally milked you, dude.
Everybody
you
It is
but
3 times on
Josh
the
gets
beliefs
it.
to never forget. Yeah,
No,
good call. I need all the inspiration I can get. Can I get a deck of cards?
A full deck? No.
Hmm.
What is this thing?
Whoa.
Deal. And I'm going to give Merrick a card too, because that the hand thing was friggin' awesome. So, is it working? No, I probably should tell it to actually give you cards. There. Wait, Merrick, you already had one. You didn't even use yours.
Yeah. Nope.
Well, now you still
Wish I
have
did.
one.
No.
All right. Dun, dun. So you sail for about another day and a half, and mid-second day, you see land come into view. The cabin boy up top says, "Land, land ahead." And Faisal says, "That's where he must be."
We get some long rests. Hit points are cool and all that.
Yeah, you do get all your hit points back.
Neat.
You get enough time for one long rest. And as you come close to the shore, it is incredibly, incredibly foggy, and it seems to be blocking most of your vision.
Hmm.
And there's no real place to dock, but make a perception check.
$24.
Very nice. Joe, you see some, looks like rocks and some cliffs near the shoreline. It's very rocky, not high cliffs, but there are definitely a lot of rocks. It doesn't look like a good place for your ship to go very far. And the captain and some of the crew members are looking and trying to gauge what to do. Merrick, you can also see some
So
of the rocks.
why don't we anchor here and take a little boat in, rowboat in?
Captain says, "You heard the man. Anchor it down."
I want to ask Faisal, how close do you think Edwin is?
He says, "I think he's very close."
Okay.
All right.
Just for
So
the streamers who showed up late, audience rather, they've got a magical bond. Guy on our boat and the guy we're trying to find. Something supernatural and weird. But we're getting close to saving this old man.
okay, so you put the anchor down. You lower a. There are a couple extra. Well, actually, there aren't any rescue boats that you know of. There are some rafts, but of
I know
course.
the rescue boat.
So are you using your ship then?
I guess so.
All right. What do you do?
Is there a way down off this boat into the water?
Not yet. You're still on. You've just anchored.
Okay. So I'm going to tell how many people can get in my boat.
Yeah, if you make it, well, easily 4 or 5.
Okay.
The larger one can fit quite a few people, but it's only made for 4 people to row at a time. But of course, you could have passengers.
Okay.
I nominate
So that-
myself to be a passenger.
Definitely it's going to be all of us and Faisal, I think. Do any of the crew members want to come?
No, they don't seem to want to. They look like
Do any
they
of them
are.
happen to be wearing a red shirt?
Any of the crew members?
Yeah.
No, none of them are wearing red. The captain has a red sash on, but that is the only red.
I don't think the DM gets it.
Nope.
You don't.
I
Star
got
Trek,
it.
dude. The red shirt.
Star
Oh,
Trek
okay.
reference.
Remember the
Oh.
security team.
We need
Yeah,
we
sure
need
got that.
we need somebody to go so that they can just die as soon as they get to shore.
Hey, bad guys got to level up too.
All right. I'm going to say, I have a boat that we can use and it's magic, so it's in my pocket. So
You had me at hello.
so if we put a rope down to the water, we can probably climb down and get in my boat.
This sounds like a lot of euphemisms.
Yeah, if you mention the word pocket and boat again, like I'm out. Like, how do you bring your boat to life?
Well, you gotta put the rope in it. You just put the rope in, and everybody will be able to extend the rope, and then we should be able to get in his boat.
We can do that.
Yeah, let's do
All
that.
right. So you guys do. Merrick, how do you do this? Do you just drop your box and yell your command word? Or yell your command word and let the boat drop into the sea?
I'm totally picturing like an Autobot. He's
No,
just like,
seriously.
Autobots, roll out. And, like, throws the boat. It's like,
I really
throws
don't
into a boat.
want to do the ball thing and cast Featherfall and then make the boat appear beneath me. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to like jump over the edge of the boat instead of going down the rope,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to try to activate the boat beneath me.
You can do that.
Awesome.
All right. Sweet. And the rest of you guys climb down and into his long boat.
His long, rigid boat.
Yep.
Yep, I get it. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my short sword.
Okay. And you can make your way up to sea. Faisal, of course, joins you. And you guys make your way to the shore. It's very rocky, very misty. And as you're rowing, it's almost eerily quiet. And as you reach the shore and you see kind of some waves crashing against the rocks, you notice in one area there's this purplish orangish glow coming from the rocks. And Faisal points right to it and he says, "There, he's there." And you guys can kind of finagle an area where you can climb up onto the rocks, but it is very slippery, so you're going to need to make a climb check.
So, are you going to make us do like a core athletics, or can I maybe do some acrobatics in there because I'm all fancy?
You could do either acrobatics. Yeah, it's pretty much got to be acrobatics, or you can do athletics, whichever's higher you can use your particular roll.
Looks like we all did pretty good.
Yeah, you did. Okay, you guys climb up there just fine. I'll roll for Faisal. He rolled 1. Faisal falls in. He just sinks.
All right, I'm going last, so I'm going to try and help him up.
Help! Sinking in. He seems to smack against a rock pretty hard and gets cut.
I'm gonna grab him with one arm and pull him up.
All right.
Just put him in your belt. I mean,
Yeah,
you got
can
this.
do that. And he's like, he says, "I'm not made for this sort of thing. I was meant to be home crying like an emo kid."
So since I'm on last going up, can I like take my boat back?
Yeah, you can fold it back up and command it to come right back to you in its box form.
So is it like origami folding? Is it really hard? Like, are you just like, I got this?
It like unrolls kind of, so I guess it would roll back up.
Does the boat smell like pocket?
Sounds like a wind. Okay, so once you guys get up onto the rocks and start moving forward, there is somewhat of a path, it seems, and you also notice an area. Yeah, there's a path coming from the shore in another area very close by that looks like another ship may have docked or people may have climbed from. And as you get closer to the glowing, you notice that it's actually some kind of cavern or cave, and there's this faint purplish orange glow coming from it, from within it. And it's very misty all around. And it's a rather big opening. It seems pretty eerie, but as you creep closer, you don't really hear anything. You just see this mouth of a cave in the rocks.
So,
And
like,
all
you
these
keep
giant
describing
rocks.
these colors and stuff. Is it like a haze?
Yeah.
Almost like a colored fog, you said?
Like a purple haze.
Yeah, it's
All
a
in
purple
my
haze.
brain?
And yeah, it's very faint, but it makes the fog appear that color too.
I'm going to point and be like, I'm going to go ahead and just assume that's probably magic because it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before.
It must be. So do you guys enter the cave?
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight in.
I'm going to ask
And
you to
start
just
calling. Who's the
Yeah,
guy that
just-
we're looking for?
give me just a second.
Who are we looking for? Who are we looking for?
Faisal says, Edwin. My
Edwin.
great uncle, Magister Edwin. He's in there, and he's still alive. I can sense it. We're
I'm
close
going to
now.
apply poison to my short swords.
Are you gonna interrupt? Are you gonna interrupt me, Eric?
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, you're an independent woman. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to poison up the blades before we go in. I would like to. That would make my day.
Is there like light in this cave that
Yeah.
is other than the orange light?
There's some orangeous light coming from deeper within. It seems like the purple is mostly on the outside.
So it's a good enough
I'm gonna
to
yell
see.
for Eric. I'm gonna yell for Eric to start walking into the cave.
So are you like a human or a bear right now?
Human, right?
Mirth.
Huh?
Are you in human form or bear form?
I'm human right now.
Can I ride on your shoulder?
Why?
Is it? Because, like, you know, I want to be big.
Okay. Faisal wanders into the cave just
'Cause
ahead of
these
you
tiny
guys.
little arm, tiny little legs.
Don't even understand, woman. That's so hurtful.
And as you guys follow in slowly behind him, you notice some torches on the walls up ahead inside this cave that seem to be illuminating some of it. Now, this map I moved you to, you might want to zoom out at first, but you're kind of at the top right side to start. Yeah, that folding boat has come in handy already.
Might want to
It's
adjust the map for this Twitch
The stream.
watchers because
Yeah,
they can't
good
see
call.
anything.
Right.
Oh, nice.
There we go. I think that'll work. Maybe. Jeez. Okay, I'm just leaving it like that for now because it goes all wonky on
So
it.
is this really dark in this?
There are torches on the walls, so it is not really dark. There is still some fog even inside, but it is illuminated, so you can see torches seem to be going, and
gonna
they seem
ask
to be the source of the orange light that you were seeing.
Ask the party. Probably be a wise idea for me to sneak ahead and see if there's any unwelcome traps or critters waiting to tear us to pieces. I can scout ahead and report back with what I find. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Sure.
Good.
Man, that's little. That's what she said. I'll do a stealth check. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And you want me
That
to do
is
a
fine.
perception to look for bad stuffs?
Okay. Let's see. How far are you moving? But yes, you do want to make a perception and a stealth. Definitely.
Okay, stealth is a 25.
Okay. Although there isn't really anything to hide behind, so you pretty much just have to creep along the wall and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I can like stay against the wall, stay low, move quietly, kind of all sneaky, and perception was a 15.
Okay.
And specifically, I'm looking for anything alive, dead, bad, moving, anything other than us that might be
Well,
a bad.
move your guy to where you go.
Okay. I'm probably just going to cruise down this wall. Might dart over just for dramatic effect and cruise ahead.
Okay.
And I'll go until like the dim light stops and I can't see any farther.
I'm getting really nervous about him being out there all alone. I'm gonna turn into a giant spider, and I'm gonna climb up on the ceiling, and I'm gonna follow him.
All right, giant spider it is. Okay, so you guys can freely move your people to where you want to go here.
From
Within reason, of course.
I'm up on the ceiling.
On the ceiling. Okay, as a spider.
From where I'm at.
I'm going to reveal some new stuff that you do see.
Okay.
Okay, because there are new sources of light up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So first you see a skeleton on the floor. Then you notice that there is some dark stuff on the floor and there's some new sources of light. Make sure this is all revealed properly. And make a perception check at this point.
I have dark vision as well, by the way.
Okay.
18 perception.
18? Okay. You hear some chittering sounds. And so do you, Mirth. Just like
similar to what we heard on the boat?
Yeah. There's like crunchy, like I'm trying to think how to emulate this sound, but it's basically, it sounds like rocks moving around on the stone floor, maybe.
So, safe to assume that probably skeletons and maybe something else in here without being able to see.
Yeah. That's definitely coming to mind. And it smells pretty awful down here. It's very almost like rotten eggs smell. It's so quiet that you hear every little movement, and you do hear some things moving around. And some slight clanking and some rubbing type sounds.
Okay.
The middle of that room is still black to me.
To you, no, you can see a little better. Let's see. You guys said you got 60 feet. That's like all the way to here.
I'm not going to look. You show them whatever you need.
All right. Well, it's not much. You basically just see some grate on the floor.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's just great. What do you want to do? Oh, I can't talk. I can't talk.
And
Hey, real quick, Mirth. One of the
I look at you with half my eyes.
all right, that's neat. Mirth, somebody wants you to fuck her in the pussy.
all right. Well, at this point, we do have just 7 minutes of playing left.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably don't want to dive into anything too heavy in this last 7 minutes.
I'm going to move up forward just to see.
Famous last words right there.
All right.
I realize that it's going to be 7 days until we get to play again. So I'm just going to draw one of my weapons and smack the wall.
Well, what would your character actually do?
Wait,
Don't think out of game and do stuff.
I'm going to start building a web across this entranceway.
Do I have to be Wilbur? That's all I'm asking. Charles Webb, anybody?
Okay, let's pause for a second.
Yeah.
How do you guys as a party want to proceed from here?
Well,
We are-
with the noise, I'm scared. I'm just going to make a small 5-foot passage and like I'm going to web off the rest of the entrance to try to make, if something comes at us, then we're safer, but I want everybody else to, then I'll probably switch back and have everybody come down.
Okay, so Eric, you're getting ready to bang a sword. Joe, Merrick,
No.
what are you doing?
I'm
You're
going to
not-
wait for
Okay,
the tank.
okay. Joe,
Well,
Merrick, Faisal
um,
is inching up too.
Well, and I will inch up whatever we've determined is the correct distance between Eric scouting and the rest of the party following. I know Mirth is in spider form, so it's a little bit different, but I'm going to
Yeah.
stay.
So
I'm going to
you've got
maintain standard party options here. So, but staying with not being the last one necessarily standing by yourself at the door.
Mirth, while you're building your web, you notice a statue over here. Looks like an armored skeleton statue. It's not moving at all. And looking this direction, you see a couple skeletons that are milling around and kind of just standing there and like going like back and forth a little bit, like they don't notice you.
Okay.
And they're holding swords.
Well then, I will, hold on, let me see.
And there seems to be a great source of light coming from this particular tunnel on this side.
I'm gonna
Yes.
shoot my web at the skeletons.
Okay. You guys want to extend
Um,
for 30 minutes and roll initiative?
Why don't we GM roll the DM our answers? That way nobody feels peer pressured. If it's unanimous, we'll go. And if any one of the four of us don't want to go, we'll call it. Does that sound fair?
Sure. Yeah. Send me a GM tell. Just /GM space and say whether you'd like to continue for an additional 30 minutes and roll initiative or save it for next session.
Is it just /GM?
Yeah, I think it's
/W space GM.
Oh, yeah.
/W. Okay.
There we go.
All right. We will wait till next session.
All right.
So that's it for this turn. For this session, you guys get some experience.
Okie doke.
And we'll pick up next Monday at 9:30. I'm going to hang out for like another 10 minutes and just clean up some stuff here and chat if anybody's going to hang around. But yeah, initiative, or not initiative. Yeah, I'm tired too, obviously. Experience is what I meant to say. I'm going to calculate that up real quick. The ramming the ghost ship with the Bigby's hand was amazing.
I was a pretty big fan of the missile riding halfling.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome too. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys all inspiration for next session. Ta-da. Now, does it show any of you with more than one card, or do you each just have one?
Just one,
Okay.
what I can see.
I have like 3.
You have
Nope.
3.
Yeah.
Go ahead and toss 2 of them or drag them out. Okay, so people can get more than one. I wasn't sure.
Joe, do you have 2,000 experience right now?
I have 2750.
Okay, I thought that I forgot to add some.
Yeah,
We're
when
good.
we leveled, we got 750.
Yeah.
Or on Monday we got 750. What is it? What do we need for 4?
6,500.
How much?
6,500.
A lot. It ramps up really far from level 4.
Yeah.
Wow. I'd say.
So we've lost the stream. No, that's on. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm still figuring this out. One sec. You guys each get 925 experience.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, the ghost ship had a pretty high CR overall.
That was 925, you said?
Yes, 925.
I got us at 3675. Cool.
Fantastic.
All right, we'll pick it up here next time. To the watchers, thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to give us feedback or whatever, that's fine. I had a lot of fun. Any last words, any last takeaways?
Nap time.
Nap time.
And now we wait the 12 seconds to see what people say.
12, 11, 10, 9.
I need a spider on my.
Yeah, I'll add a spider to that guy. I'm gonna find a spider. But I'll add
I
a
got
spider
my
to it.
I got my dire wolf and I got my cat. I just need a spider.
Nice. Okay, which one do you want? This one? This one? This one? Can you see these?
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of them on here. Just ready to roll.
I like the brown one. I think.
Jeez, there's so many.
Let me see. Is it? Oh, it's large. Nice. Ooh, I like that almost red one there. Oh, that's
This one?
like an ant. The down on the grate. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it right there.
All right, I can give you that one. Cool. All right. See you, everybody. Till next
See ya.
time.